5 more NFT games that you don't need any kind of financial investment whatsoever. NFT games are still going strong, regardless if there are people and groups that just see it as a scam or some sort of scheme. Like any investment, NFT games can go up, down, go up again, and the cycle continues endlessly. So let's not delay it any further because here are 5 games that you might want to check out and get started. Number 1. Cryptornado. Let's start first with Cryptornado. This game is under Wemix, which you can download for free and play on Android devices. Before we proceed, let's just get this out of the way. While the game is free to play and allows you to earn, it will take a bit of time for you to earn some money. Unless you want to invest money and time, you may take longer to get some financial gains. It is an idle RPG game, and if you're not familiar with that, here's how it goes. You beef up your character with various equipment. The better or the higher the quality of your gear is, the better your character can clear the levels. The essence of the idle RPG is that you don't have to do anything during the actual gameplay. Your character will do all the work, which can lead to completing the level or basically failing it. That's the concept. You just have to get better gear to complete the later levels. Now, for the part where you make money, you need to earn tornado tokens that you can use to make NFTs in the game. That's right, the game will allow you to make NFTs once certain conditions are met. Your goal is to earn as many tornado tokens to make those NFTs come to reality. That's why this is a game that may take some time to earn money, since earning tornado tokens is a bit time-consuming. You can earn tornado tokens by getting the in-game rewards, defeating special bosses, participating in the events, and excavating. When you have enough, you can start making NFTs and selling them in the market. It's a grueling task, but if you have the time, patience, and drive, you'll be making a profit a bit faster than other players who also didn't invest anything. Number 2. Rise of Stars. This next game is also from Wemix, which is Rise of Stars, or ROS. This is a game that is about space battles and strategies. You play the usual tactical space game where you amass an army and make sure that you are able to conquer areas and harvest resources. Players take control of admirals who will act as their avatars in the game. Early on, you don't have to worry about making money because the initial steps, if you're not going to pay up, will require you to build up your forces. One of the things that you need to get in order to make money in real life is the warship carrier. There are 3 ways for you to get this warship, and one of them is by buying them from the market or paying up. However, we're here to not pay up, so one way is by building up the forces that we mentioned earlier. Upgrade your command center until you are able to produce a warship carrier. It'll take a while, but it's free. Speaking of free, another way is by using the limited time warship. If you're lucky and able to fulfill the requirements, the game will bestow players with a free warship carrier, but only for a limited time. You'll lose it once the timer runs out, but what is it about these warships? They're the ones that will gather Silther particles. These particles will be converted into Siltherium, and that is the one you want so that you can make some money. So make sure you get your own warship carrier, gather Silther particles, convert them into Siltherium, and you'll be making a profit in no time. Number 3. A3 Still Alive. Number 3 is A3 Still Alive, which is an MMO game with some nice features. First of all, it is available for Android and Apple devices. The PC version as of now is still in the beta phase, so just keep that in mind. What's there to say about this game? It is your typical MMO where you choose a class, or in this case, characters that have classes ingrained in them. You fight monsters, get gear, level up, and that's when the money-making phase can happen. One way you can make money is by selling specific items at the market. Not every item can be sold, but don't worry since the game will tell you that. A good way to make money is by getting Enetrian ore. The right amount of Enetrian ore can be converted into Enetrium, which is the game's currency that you can convert to real money. Getting Enetrian ore can be done in numerous ways. One way is by doing the Battle Royale mode, which is usually around 30 players. If you do well enough in the match, you can get a decent amount of Enetrian ore. Again, you have to do well because losers won't get any, especially if you're playing for free, which will be a bit of a climb. The other ways are to do dungeons and raids, and you can get a good amount. It's a game that really requires a lot of your time, especially if you don't pump in some cash, which is totally fine. Number 4. League of Ancients. The next game we have is League of Ancients, which is a MOBA game. Before we continue, that's a nice little on-the-nose name there. Two of the biggest MOBA games in the world are League of Legends and Dota 2, or Defense of the Ancients. The people behind the name are a little bit cheeky on that one. Anyway, the game isn't out yet and won't be until late 2022 and is available for both Android and Apple devices. It's a MOBA game, so you already have the basic elements like choosing the hero or character that you'll be playing. It's going to be a 5-on-5 matchup, and your goal is to win, which can get you on track to making money. Play the normal match so that you can practice the heroes and improve your skills without any repercussions. Play the rank matches to get your rank higher and get better LOA token gains that you can use to make money once you stake them. There's also the NFT match, which will be a seasonal thing where players with the right ranks and appropriate NFT skins can participate for some rewards. Just play well and you'll be able to get those LOA tokens once the game comes out. Number 5. Guild of Guardians. The last game on this list is Guild of Guardians. This game is an action RPG where you form a team of guardians. It uses an isometric view much like the Diablo games as you go exploring in the dungeons and other zones. You can also earn and recruit more guardians later on. It's your standard RPG filled with quests, exploration, combat, loot, and more. Speaking of loot, that's where the money-making process begins. You can sell some of the items you get from your dungeon adventures on the market for some money. The only downside is that not all the items can be sold, and that's only natural. The game isn't coming out until later this year. There are going to be new updates and features later on. You might want to pre-register right now since the game is still in the alpha stage with a healthy player base of over 100,000. The game will be available for Android and Apple devices when it finally comes out later on. An interesting thing to note is that this game has a slight working relationship with Ubisoft, which is one of the biggest video game companies in the world, so that gives you an idea of how well this game can perform. Did you like these 5 more NFT games that require no investments? If so, then feel free to check out the other videos on our channel. For more games, NFT or not, be sure to like and subscribe. Until next time on The Game Mag.